Hello everyone, and welcome to our new video where today we are going to check out the top 5 best Ultrabooks in the market in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these Ultrabooks, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the ASUS ZenBook Ultra Slim. The ZenBook EX330UA is one of the best Ultrabooks values around, provides premium specs, such as lightweight aluminum chassis, a vibrant 1080p screen and a 256GB solid-state drive. From the design perspective, the ZenBook UX330UA's silver aluminum alloy deck feels nice and modern, and the machine offers a durable feel that is good for the price. Its lid features one of ASUS's circular designs, with a series of etched-in curves. The ZenBook UX330UA 13.13-inch display screen produces a decent amount of colors and a ton of brightness, which means you can easily notice various colors in movies, pictures that you couldn't notice in other random screens. It gets pretty bright, emitting up to 302 nits, which is above the 286 nit category average. While this is enough luminance for solid viewing angles, colors stayed strong when we viewed the laptop from 45 degrees to the left or right. The ZenBook's keyboard enables productive typing. It has 1.6 mm of travel between keys and 81 grams of required actuation force, measurements that exceed our 1.5 mm and 60 gram minimums. Considering the performance, the ZenBook is armed with an 8th Gen Intel Core i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM, which is more than enough power for solid multitasking. It also has a 256 SATA 3M.2 SSD, which makes it even more powerful. If you are also wondering about the battery life, the ZenBook UX300UA on a single charge can last about 9 up to 10 hours of usage, considering on what you are using and what display settings you have. You don't need to worry about the ZenBook catching fever, because the ZenBook can surprise you with its performances. Likewise, it acts very well on cooling the system. So, if you are looking for a solid screen, great designed and premium performance specs Ultrabook, then the ZenBook UX330UA is your answer. Next up, at number 4 we have the Acer Aspire R15. The Acer Aspire R15 is a 2-in-1 Ultrabook that delivers a premium aluminum design, fantastic keyboard and extremely vibrant 15-inch display. The R15's aluminum lid bends back 360 degrees, allowing you to put it in laptop, flat, tent, tablet and display modes. The laptop's soft rubber underside includes glass fiber and silver particles to allow it to be both thin and rigid. The Acer Aspire R15's 15.6-inch display provides crisp details and lively color, and it is glossy. It can display 109% of the sRGB spectrum, which is impressive for a laptop in this price range. That beats many other Ultrabooks at this price range. Its screen is also quite bright, as it emits up to 310 nits. This luminous display enables solid viewing angles. Its colors can stay strong at 45 degrees to the left and right. Considering the keyboard, touch screen and the touchpad, the Acer Aspire R15's backlit keyboard feels extremely snappy and responsive, with a strong tactile feel that you don't find on most competitors. The Aspire's keys offer 1.49 mm of travel and require 58 grams to actuate. R15's touch screen display accurately keeps up with the fingers as doodled in many softwares, and the touchpad also provides sturdy feel to each click and correctly picks up scrolling gestures. Armed with an Intel Core i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM, the Aspire R15 enables fantastic multitasking, outpassing its competitors at this price. It has a hard drive of 5,400 revolutions per minute, which makes it easier to transfer multimedia files. The battery life is also a great improvement, which can also last up to 8 to 9 hours of usage, on a regular basics job. The R15 also sells in 2 configurations, i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM, and greater performances like i7 CPU and 12GB of RAM, so you can choose the version that suits your job. Bottom line, this Ultrabook is a 2-in-1 laptop that covers everything you need for most jobs. It has premium performances and we highly recommend it. At number 3, we have the Microsoft Surface Book. The Microsoft Surface Book is the first notebook Microsoft has ever made, and yet it remains the company's successor, and it's a premium laptop that kept many users satisfied. Looking at the Surface Book for the first time, it's easy to compare it to the MacBook Pro. There's a big trackpad, nice key spacing on the keyboard, and an overall sleek combination of black and silver. Microsoft has picked magnesium for the materials on the Surface Book. It's almost soft to touch, and it doesn't feel as cold and harsh as the aluminium on a MacBook. There's a magnetic seal that holds the laptop together so it doesn't bother you when you move around with it. Once open, the Surface Pro Book's 13.5-inch display is stunning and has great colors. Unlike other products, Microsoft has chosen to give the Surface Book an aspect ratio of 3:2. The trackpad and keyboard on the Surface Book are exactly as you would expect from a premium laptop, and scrolling around windows is also smooth, which will make you feel comfortable and give you a nice experience using it. The really unique and interesting part of the Surface Book is the new fulcrum hinge. It snakes around the base and display of the Surface Book, and it looks great. It has individual notches that extend to let you adjust the screen angle, and they sound like they're unpeeling as you fold it out, and while the hinge isn't infinitely adjustable, it has enough viewing angles to cater at any desk and lap usage. The new Surface Pen is also greatly improved thanks to a more resistive tip. There's no lag and delay on your drawing, movements and browsing in your windows, and there's even an eraser on the top of the pen. You can also hold the button down to activate Cortana, and it will detect your voice without any problems. So, if you are looking for a premium Ultrabook that can be adjustable, carried around without any problem, greatly designed and high specs, then the Microsoft Surface Book is your answer. At number 2, we have the Apple MacBook Pro. I'd consider the Apple MacBook Pro an Ultrabook because it has a minimalist design, a beautiful display, and a long-lasting battery, so it's a superb machine for the home or office. There are two sizes of MacBook Pro, the 13-inch and the 15-inch model. Both bring along the Intel's 7th generation Kaby Lake chips, Retina displays, solid-state flash storage, and Apple's design expertise. It is always on the inside that counts, but nevertheless this Ultrabook has a premium design from the outside as well. It comes in darker, iPhone-inspired space gray, or a classic silver finish with the eye-catching Retina display that is standard across all Apple laptops. The keyboard is full-sized and typing on it is pleasant. The trackpad is also large and full of functionality that offers various gestures that you might be familiar with if you use an iPhone, such as pinch to zoom. The touch bar has an ID fingerprint reader, which means you can unlock your laptop with your fingerprint, rather than a password, and also use your fingerprint to pay for things using Apple Pay. The specs of this Ultrabook are the ones that matter the most: the 2.9 GHz dual-core i5, which can overpass its speed to 3.3 GHz with Turbo Boost, with an 8 GB 2133 MHz memory, and a 256 GB SSD included, already making this one of the best Ultrabooks you could find in the market. The 13-inch models also offer only integrated graphics cards, the Intel Iris Plus Graphics 640 or 650, depending on which model you choose. The 15 inches models offer discrete graphics in the form of the Radeon Pro 555 or 560. Intel's graphics, which are integrated onto the CPU, use the computer's RAM, while dedicated, or discrete graphics cards have their own memory. As a result, the 15-inch model is much better suited to graphic-intensive work than the 13-inch model. In many ways the graphics card is the biggest indication that these two Macs have, though they share a name, are very different beasts, aimed at very different markets, so, if you struggle choosing between them, both are suited for any kind of job, and will satisfy any user in any way. To finish up our list, at number 1 we have the HP Spectre X360. HP, as one of the world's leading manufacturers in the software and hardware market, has produced dozens of breathtaking pieces of equipment that are designed with a sense of aesthetics and quality, and a great example is their Spectre X360. The Spectre X360 is a 15.6-inch 4K 2-in-1 convertible laptop that is based on the new market trends which are established upon the customer demands. From a design perspective, this particular laptop measures 0.7 by 14 by 9.88 and weighs around 4.39 pounds, which is pretty impressive since it makes it a bit slimmer than the 15-inch MacBook Pro. The X360 features an aluminum ash silver chassis that is accompanied by copper accents on the lid, logo and around the edge, so when you see it as a whole, it looks premium indeed. The HP X360 is powered by powerful hardware which includes a 2.7 GHz Intel Core i7 processor, 16 GB of RAM, 512 GB SSD and NVIDIA GeForce 940MX graphics card with 2 GB of dedicated RAM, so when you combine these specs your productivity will be dramatically increased. For example, you can install dozens of apps and run many of them at the same time without noticing any occurrences of lags and app crashes which are known for causing frustrations. The boot time is really fast as well thanks to the 512 GB SSD, and you will especially love this if you're moving from a laptop that has an SSD of 128 GB or no SSD at all. HP did a really good thing also with the integration of their advanced thermals, or to be more precise, their IR thermal sensor, which will ensure an appropriate distribution of airflow across the entire laptop so it wouldn't get warm even if you've been using it for a prolonged period of time under a heavy workload. So, if you are looking for the best laptop in the market, with the best premium specs and performances, then HP Spectre X360 is definitely your answer. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video helped you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to them, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.